Why does this work? Hey honeys, it's Emmy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emmy. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where we guide you and coach you one-on-one on how to lose weight on a plant-based diet. And applications are currently open. This is the last time that we're going to be taking clients this year for the Slim on Starch program, so make sure that you click the link in the down bar so that you can join the next program. We are starting on the 8th of December, and this is the last time that I'm going to be taking clients this year. So if you want to get slim on starch, eat as much as you want, and lose weight, then go ahead and click that. Today I'm sharing with you guys what I ate on Thanksgiving. As we know, your girl loves Thanksgiving. And last year for Thanksgiving, I was in Australia, which was a little bit sad. So I had some making up to do for this year because the Thanksgiving is my Olympics. Your girl does not mess around when it comes to Thanksgiving, okay? It's like my thing. So before I show you what it is that I ate, I want to tell you first and foremost what my diet is. When I say the word diet, I literally just mean the food that goes into my mouth, because I do preach that we build a lifestyle here and a sustainable lifestyle. So on a daily basis, on a day-to-day basis, I eat a whole foods plant-based diet without the addition of salt, sugar, and oil. So it's a completely vegan diet, and it's really only whole foods, nothing processed. So unprocessed starches, vegetables, fruits, and legumes. So lots of potatoes, oats, sweet potatoes, squash, vegetables, fruits, nice, whole, real foods. Nothing that's really processed. I have built into my lifestyle that what I like to do on special occasions, on the holidays, maybe if I'm going out to celebrate, every once in a while, I will eat some lightly processed stuff, always oil-free, always vegan. I will never eat anything non-vegan ever in my life, but Thanksgiving is one of those days where I do like to eat foods that are lightly processed and a little bit more fun. Now, something that we do in the Slim on Starch program is we have you create your system. So that is what my system looks like. That on special occasions, holidays, I will eat oil-free vegan. That is pretty much what I stick to. And then on a daily basis, day to day, I eat whole foods plant-based. But what I always want to keep in mind is my saying is that when I go to bed, I want my heart to be fuller than my stomach. When I think about the holidays, it really is about spending time with others, enjoying yourself. And yes, food is a part of that, but really what is the most important is being present and being with one another on the holidays. And the food is secondary to that. So questions that I ask myself before I eat and plan what I'm going to eat are, how do I want to feel when I go to bed that night physically? How do I want to feel physically when I wake up the next morning? But the most important question that I ask myself is, when I look back on this day, what do I want to remember? So what foods do I want to be a part of that? And how do I want to remember that I felt? I don't want to remember feeling physically ill. I want to remember really enjoying time with one another.
Yesterday.
Happy Thanksgiving! But not really, because it's the day after Thanksgiving. Because you know what we do here. This one is a hardworking, dedicated nurse. And she worked yesterday. Today's Black Friday, so we are celebrating today. I am wearing these thigh-high boots that I actually had to roll down because they really are thigh-high. This sweater is from Amazon. This belt is from H&M. I'm about to get the nachos ready for our appetizer while we wait for our company, our one person of company to come. We have so much food, as always. Are you ready, Mom? So much food. Let's do it.
A few moments later.
The first appetizer is ready. Ty's cooking steak, but guys, these nachos.
With the guac.
Yeah, Ty made his world famous guac. I almost forgot. The nachos. How good does this look? I'm like seriously so impressed with myself. This is Ty's famous guac recipe. I'll insert the recipe now.
Flashback.
Look how beautiful all of this is. Do you want to share your secret recipe?
No.
You're being serious.
Well, it's just avocado. I like red onion better than white onion. Plum tomatoes. And jalapeno. And lime. And salt and pepper are optional.
And the most important ingredient?
Love.
End of flashback.
We are going to dig in. On here is the Upton's Seitan chorizo. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, and then in here we have chestnuts that were not made on the fire. Huge missed opportunity.
Just saw my Billie Holiday live record. You guys just used to him doing the...
More moments later.
Welcome to my everything. I'm so excited. Here we have the jackfruit pot roast. So like a normal pot roast, but it's with jackfruit, and I made a gravy for it. This is the stuffing, which is steaming. V excited. We have Japanese sweet potatoes that have been baked. Just some plain Jane mashed potatoes. This is the pumpkin maple cornbread. This is an attempt at a sort of vegan butter made with cauliflower, but like, I don't know. This is Caesar salad, and then I put air fried polenta on top, and I just tried one, and it's really good. My famous butternut squash risotto. Cranberry sauce, which I don't have, but you know, still good. Look at all this. So we just gotta get the bread, and then I have some Seitan Marsala, and I think that's everything. This bread, we got ciabatta, breadsticks, and French. All right. And it's going to go on the table with everything else. Okay, so here is my plate. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Risotto, potatoes, stuffing, cornbread, salad, the pot roast, and this. Let's do it.
Later that same evening.
Here is the cake. Look at this. Look how legit this is. Vanilla, chocolate, vanilla, and then peanut butter frosting with sprinkles. And then pumpkin chocolate chip cookies and ice cream. And then if you live in the Boston area, FOMU has vegan sprinkles because most sprinkles have gelatin. So, and NadaMoo is my favorite because there's no oil and it's all organic and vegan, obviously. But yeah, it's oil free. Well, these flavors are vanilla, chocolate, and mint chocolate chip. Oh, and then FOMU had salted caramel, so I got that. And then this came out when I was in Australia, so I haven't tried it, but
3:28 a.m.
I haven't had whipped cream since before I was vegan. So it's been like 5 years. More than. Why does this work?
The next day.
So that is what I ate, and of course, like I said, I've made some room for leftovers. Today is actually the day after well, actually no, it's 2 days after Thanksgiving, but the video that you just saw, I shot yesterday, and what is so amazing is that I woke up this morning, no bloating, like flat stomach, felt amazing, had a great run this morning, and I felt great all day. And it's so great to know that I don't feel regretful or overstuffed or hungover or sick or anything like that, and I was still able to have fun foods. And that's because I've implemented the system that we use in the Slim on Starch program. I also wanted to give you guys some tips about how it is that I plan out my holiday feast. I had a lot of people asking me for the recipes themselves. Those are reserved for my clients, so I don't give those out. I just give those to my clients that are in my master's program. But as far as planning the holiday feast goes, I do want to give you guys some tips that I personally use. So the first thing is plan. I plan like a crazy person. I have a Google Doc, and it's the same one that I use every year, which is another one of my tips, is to fine tune the same thing every year. Don't reinvent the wheel every year. But I have a Google Doc with all the recipes that I do make for the holidays. And the way that I split it up is what I first do is make sure I have all of my recipes, and then I write out all the ingredients that I'm gonna need for those recipes. Go through the kitchen, see what we have, and see what I need to shop for. Then on one day, about a week before Thanksgiving or the holiday itself, I'll go and buy all of the non-perishables. So like the veggie broth and the stuff that isn't gonna go bad. Some bread that I can put in the freezer. And then what I'll do the day before the holiday is I'll go and I'll buy all of the perishables, so all of the vegetables and everything that needs to be nice and fresh. So 2 days before the holiday, I do the grocery shopping. Then the day before the holiday, I do pretty much all of the cooking, as much as I can do, like all of the slicing and dicing, doing as much as I can do, so that on the day of the holiday, I don't have that much to do. So if you followed along with my Instagram story, you will see everything that I did the day before. I pretty much did everything. I did all of the baking for the desserts, and I did all of the slicing and dicing. And then what I did was I set everything out. So all of the meals were set out with all the ingredients that I would need for those meals. So for example, for the stuffing, I cut up all of the bread for the stuffing so that it could sit out to stale overnight. And then I put the veggie broth and the celery and the onions and the Bell's seasoning all in one little area. And then for my butternut squash risotto, I had the rice and the veggie broth and the cooking wine. I had everything that would go into one dish. I would have them all together in one place so that the next day when it came time to cook it, everything was all ready to go. So I did all of that the day before, and then the day of was completely stress-free because everything was pretty much already done, and I just had to, you know, paint by number at that point and just kind of do the motions of everything that I had already set out. And then my top tip for planning the holiday feast is to have sort of a post-game analysis with yourself and then go back to the Google Doc that you've written for yourself and say, okay, this is what I need to improve on for next time around. So for example, something that I'm gonna improve on next time around for Christmas in particular is that I don't really care for dessert, and so when I make the dessert, I make it oil-free, but like I don't really want it when the time comes around to it. I love the meal itself, and then when it comes to dessert, like I just want bread with maple butter on it, like that'll do it for me. I like ice cream, don't really care for it. Like cake, don't really care for it. And so I'm making all of it oil-free, which it would be like 1,000 times more delicious to everybody else if it did have oil in it. So what I think I'm gonna do for Christmas is not go, I won't make any desserts because I don't personally want any desserts, but I know the rest of my family is gonna want desserts. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy them some stuff from Whole Foods, like some vegan pies or something that's already pre-made, because I know that I'm not gonna want it, but I still want them to be able to have dessert. So I think I'm gonna do that next time around and not have to go through the effort of making a dessert that I don't really care for. So that's something that I've taken away from this time that I'm gonna use next time. So that is everything that I ate on Thanksgiving. I want to know what you ate on Thanksgiving, and I can't wait to show you guys what I eat on Christmas. It's going to be very similar, and yes, I do work leftovers into the system. Honey, you better believe it. Food is so much better when it's leftover. Am I right or am I right? I can't wait to hear what you guys had on Thanksgiving, and I can't wait to read your application to the Slim on Search program. Ooh, ooh. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Woo!